with Back to Earth Creations, and welcome to this week's live stream. We're just hanging out. How y'all doing? Hey Kelly, I thought I was late. No, I'm late. You're on time. But I'm testing to make sure that the live stream works before we have a replay of last week. So before I send out the email to everybody. So I haven't sent out the email yet. Testing. Let's see how this goes. That seems to be working out pretty well. Okay. Cool. Nice and crispy, except for it's not showing me chat, but I think that's my computer's. Like, that's a computer problem, not a live stream problem. Cool. We're going to be making a bunch of jewelry today. Hey, Runaway Camper. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Ann. Hey, Pro Pool. I miss you so much, Pro. I'm so sorry I haven't been, I've been a terrible friend. But also, knowing is half the battle. Hey, Nancy. Aw, Sherry says, how fun to catch you live. Right on. Hey, Witch and Gnome. Are y'all vending this weekend? Al says, what are you making? A mess. Aw, thank you. Ann says, your hair looks fabulous. Maddie told me she liked it this morning, so I think I'm going to wear it like this forever. So, but thank you. I feel like a good version of myself today. I'm digging it. I'm visiting Munich right now, not missing the Texas heat. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, I don't think I need that right this second. So I am going to be stringing up a necklace real quick. So we're going to get this flipped around and, well, string a necklace. So I guess let's go ahead and get to it. I've got y'all's, well, I thought it, Maddie, check this.
Yeah, that's weird. It's coming through on mine.
Okay. Maddie's keeping me company today. So if y'all have any questions and stuff, she'll be helping me. There we go. I refreshed the page. Where'd you get the locks from? I made a lot of them. This one, I can't see. This one in particular I got from a lady who was dressed up like a sugar skull in Kentucky when we were hanging out with some Klingons. And right on, bro. Knew what you were getting into. That's fair. And then the rest of them I think I got from Dread Forest. Yeah. So they're wool dreads though. Hey Gavin, how are you doing? Hey Art Girl. Hey Michelle. Can't even work in the shade without sweating your butt off. Man, we're catching some really mild temperatures here, so I'm just gonna mind my own business. So, because I don't want to be flexing on anybody, but that was us last summer up in the triple digits. Let me get the tripod down. Making jewelry. Flipping the camera around, doing this thing like that. There we go. Okay, so I've got some stuff set out for making 10 pairs of earrings, and then I'm going to be stringing up this necklace, and then that's our centerpiece that we're going to be working with. Hey Carolyn. Currently 96, feels like 109. Oof. Is your pool in yet, Michelle? You could probably cook pasta in it. With that kind of heat. No, fortunately it's really mild. Do what, Randy? Randy says at least a couple hot dogs. Oh, hey, Gina. Oh, I didn't see you. Said, hey, you didn't say hi. My feelings are hurt. Oh, I'm so sorry. Too hot to get it put up. Oof. Having mild temps in New Mexico as well. I'll take it. I will take it. But yeah, I just had... It's not a doozy of a day, but it's an eventful day so far. I've been up since about 6:30 this morning. Couldn't tell you why, just was wide awake. But I got to see a beautiful sunrise, so there's that. And I did a little bit of gardening, and then I got... And by gardening, I mean, I pulled 2 weeds and sniffed a flower, and, Sorry, catching up on comments real quick. Probably be a rainy weekend. I'll take it. I like the rain. Huh? You totally stopped mid-sentence. Sorry, I completely, my train got 100% derailed. So I don't even know where I am anymore, like, straight up. We're just stringing beads here today, you guys. Planted some cucumbers. Man, I don't think I'm going to bother doing cucumber transplants next year because all the cucumbers that I transplanted are, like, miserable. They are not doing well at all. They seem to have completely resented everything I've ever done for them. And I was like, well, joke's on you, I was going to eat you anyway, says I to the cucumber plant. But ooh, but your gnome says, I've been having fun whittling. Oh, wow. I'm currently making a bunch of bracelet helper gnome stick clips. Oh, okay. But I like my marketing ideas. I could show off our bracelets, showing how to use. Ah, clever. Hey, Ruby, how you doing? Look at them beads. That's some nice beads. Y'all, yesterday we had a Shrek marathon, and it was better than therapy. It was. Maddie's over there judging me. That's fine. I'm not sure what you mean, Jean. Could you try retyping that? So we're just threading. Look at that purple, y'all. Spankle. It's like sparkle and twinkle. Oh no, Michelle. Oh, well, thank you, Ruby. I'm really glad you all come and hang out with me. I have such a great time. Ah, well, hey, B. Mars. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, B. Happy to be here with you this afternoon. Well, I'm glad to have you. Ooh, Runaway Camper says, how do you get your phone used for shooting video hooked up to your computer so you can see what others see? Huh. Well, I don't know. You stream and tune into the stream on your computer? Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Is that, I wasn't certain what she was asking. So right now I'm streaming from my phone that's hooked up in this tripod. Oh my god, you guys. Dogs are barking. It's hooked up into this tripod. And then I'm just on YouTube watching my own live stream. And also just self-love. Everybody click that like. Where'd my mouse cursor go? Everybody click the like button. What, man? Oh, no. I feel mildly judged, but honestly, I think she's laughing at us, honey. That's all right. And hey, Maddie, do you have any other comments coming in? I think mine froze.
I don't think so. Just refreshed.
Okay, there it is. Hey, Byron, how are you doing today? Oh, Jean says, I always dig a hole, put fertilizer in it, make a hill, the seed into the hills. I've never planted them like you do. Right on. Well, I did them in a hill in some spots, and then I put them just in a hole in the ground in other spots, and none of them are doing well. None of them that I started as transplants, at least. Clicked. Oh, well, thank you guys. Holy crap. That's a bunch of likes. I feel so validated. Hey, Sabea. How are you doing? Are you still going through your training? Your Jedi training. Ooh. Virginia says, I swear I'm at my most productive in my crafting on Fridays during your live streams. That's amazing. Jean says it is hard transplanting them. Yeah, it seems to. I don't think I'm going to bother with it next year. But I was just so excited to be planting seeds that I was kind of hoping to just do it as a test to see what would actually germinate, because all of my seeds were from like 2017. And I got about like a 30% germination rate out of those really old seeds, so that wasn't too bad. Ooh. Well, hey, Highland Celtic Crochet. That's a cool name. I got a bunch of free plants today and planted. Now I'm crocheting. I love watching craft videos while I work. Ah, sweet. Oh, Diane, quilting by day, werewolf by night. Yesterday I watched the video of the broken snail that you had turned into a beautiful piece of art. Your home is like my home. Everything has at least one piece of dog hair in it. Yeah, I really enjoyed getting to make that as a gift for Randy for his birthday. Because it's kind of like a sneak snail from that new video game he's been playing a bunch of. And mixed with, he was telling me it looked like luminous stone, also from Tears of the Kingdom. So I just wanted to make a glowy snail, and I've had that busted snail for like, I mean, I've had it for years, but then it's been broken for at least 2, and I've just been hoarding, uh, garbage, but that's fine. Right, Brooke. Hey, by the way, the blue and green glow-in-the-dark cosplays are like the most intense glow-in-the-dark I've ever used. Ah, thanks, Stephanie. Really digging how that's coming out. And then we're going to slide on a dichroic glass. I think I might work on either finishing these mini tree sculptures, the Switch and Gnome, or chainmail. A bit cool outside to sit on the porch and whittle, even though I want to. Wow, I can't believe, like, that's wild. It's June and it's still, like, is it, like, chilly? I need to get hold of my mom and ask her. She's up in northern Michigan. See how the weather is up there. That's some whack. Hey, dancing tree. If freezer, they will last for years. Oh, the seeds. Yeah, I don't put them in the deep freeze, though. They were just sitting on a shelf. But it was a seed packet that had kept getting pushed to, like, the back of the seed stack. And so I figured instead of throwing them away, I'd try to see what would sprout. Wow. It's a cool rainy day. It's been threatening rain all day around here, but none of it's fallen yet. Sabea says it's 91 here with a heat index of 113. Oh, goodness. Girl. My boobs are sweaty just thinking about it. Sorry. Hey, Randy, can I get some coffee? My goodness. Says my Randy.
You want one?
Yeah, maybe.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
87 here in Alabama. Right on, Beth. Oh, y'all, I did it again. I found some property that I think I'm in love with that I don't have any money for. That looks perfect. It already has somebody else's RV on it, so I'm like, we could just go live there. And Randy's like, no. But if it's still for sale, whenever we return the child after the great kidnapping of 2023, we're going to stop by and see it, just to see. Just because you never know. It's hot. I'm in Alabama. Right on. But y'all got me reconsidering moving deeper south. Shoot. So, Alabama gold prospecting. That I am intrigued on so many different layers about that. Hey Trisha, how are you doing? Jean says, I bought some cucumbers last year and they were the crispest, but I always plant pickling cucumbers. Well, if I want eaten cucumbers, I'll get them from the store. But for pickling, that's when you need a bunch. Dun dun dun. Stephanie says, dude, it's 61 here. It's crazy. '80 partly cloudy in Abilene, Texas. You must be right on the cusp of boob sweat and oddly cold for the season. Which I think will be the new weather zones. Like, it's not the southeast anymore. It's just boob sweat central. Back sweat. Just sweaty. Sorry, I think I'm just acting out for attention. Because, like, I love it when Maddie makes her, like, side-eye face at me. But she's been here for, like, going on 2 weeks.
Something like that. What is today?
So she's developing a tolerance to my poor behavior. So it takes even more ridiculous things to get her to side-eye me. That's fine though. Oh, right on, Jing. I planted some lemon cucumbers, and those are pretty good for making fridge pickles, but I never like canned them. I thought they'd end up too mushy. Right on, Trisha.
What was your drink this morning?
It's upstairs.
It's upstairs? What was it?
What do you mean?
It's a red cup?
Yeah, it was the one that we can't decide if it's an owl or a penguin.
That penguin.
I'm pretty sure it's an owl. Aw, Beam says squirrels here steal all my produce, cheeky little buggers. Well, good news is you got some chubby squirrels for stew. Anne says, never heard of a lemon cucumber. It's just like a round, yellow skinned cucumber that it doesn't taste anything like lemons. But they're tasty. Michelle. Ooh, speaking of vacations, I think it's okay. I have to ask Randy when he comes back, but I'm pretty sure we talked about it like a month ago. And he said that I could talk about it, and then we were just gone for a while. But, okay. So I don't know if reservations are open yet for the tent camping sites, but I think they might be open. Hey, Wandy. Let me go ask him real quick before I get myself into trouble. Wandy. Come on, Billy, we're allowed to tell him. Okay, he says, I reckon. So, and this is major. I gotta flip this camera around and everything. Oh, and gold prospecting. I'm making a necklace is all I'm doing. Guys, we have, it's not a camp craft along or anything like that, like how we tried to do back in like early 2020 before the pandemic. But we're having a camp along. We are camping, I don't even remember what weekend it is now.
There will be no crafting.
And there will be no official crafting, so we're not selling kits or doing classes or anything like that. We are just going camping and inviting everyone to come camping with us if you book your own site and do like all that other stuff. So if you're already into camping, it's just a great opportunity to like eat food at each other around a fire. But at DeSoto State Park, and also please don't come and like kill me or anything. Because Randy was like, are you sure you want to do this? There's weird people out there. And I was like, yes, us are weird people. But September 22nd through 24th at DeSoto State Park in Alabama is a beautiful, beautiful campground. We camped there 2 years ago, I think, with my good friend Christina, and they've got excellent camping. They've got a beautiful pavilion. They have, I'm going to be hunkering down over in the primitive section, but they have like RVs and stuff. And there's even like motels and hotels within like a 30-minute drive. I think you'll want to give it a Google. We'll have more information upcoming, but I just want to go camping and hang out with y'all. You can bring your own craft supplies and we can sit around and just like hang out, but we're not having any official classes or anything like that. I just wanted to test and see. Hey, beautiful man. Thank you.
We're finally out of that bottle of heavy cream, so both of your coffees are going to be heavily cream.
I can take it. Cheers, everybody. Click. Oh, I didn't actually touch it because I didn't want to slash coffee on the camera again, but ooh. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to like go camping, but it is the 22nd through 24th, and let me just double check now. I don't know if they're accepting reservations currently for the primitive. You may have to like call, but I think they let you do the RV ones through the, where it's like booking online. Yes, camping, there we go. I'm pulling it up to double check on the dates. Yes, 22nd through 24th is when we're going to be out there camping and just howling at the moon and hanging out. And if anybody wants to come and camp, y'all are like, this is just friends meeting at a campground. Like, there's no classes, we're not selling tickets or anything like that. It's not an officially organized event or anything. I just want to go camping with my friends. And so yeah. Ooh, Isle of Wight. So let's see. I love how you put the hairpiece in today with the treads. That's so good. Oh, thanks, Brooke. I installed them. Wow, no way. Gold says that's like 30 miles from me. It's a nice campground. Every time I've been there in the past, it's always been super dry. So the waterfalls are always like impressive rock structures, but there's like never any water falling at the waterfalls. So that was kind of bummed out. But hopefully this year will be different. I can bring my dulcimer. Yes. Somebody says, "Hey, now the not a cult does not promote, right?" Sabaya. What sort of rocks? Just like sandstone and limestone, very likely. I don't know, it's Alabama, but like, ooh, the water's supposed to. But when it's not there, you can just see where it's like eroded and stuff.
Cool.
Here, don't touch it. I gotta get.
Oh my God! Stop it.
But look at how cool that is. Randy just carried this across the whole house. Nee, nee, nee. Nee, nee, nee. Okay, what did Yvette just say? Give me that top G. This is actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, Yvette, this is like a lingerie robe from on Amazon, but I really like it. I can't wear it in the winter because it sticks to everything because it's static, but in the summer when it's humid, it's fine. Al says we've had lots of rain. Well, we'll be camping in September, so hopefully the rain will keep up nice and consistent. Right? All right, let's get back to crafting. DeSoto Caverns. I have not seen those. Okay, there we go. I'll have to Google that. Give me just a sec to get everything else pulled up. Okay, and then I bent my tripod. That was the tripod, I promise. Sure. Well, we're hoping, Rachel, that if this goes well, then we'd be able to do more camp-alongs in different areas. Because I live in Missouri, so like we don't even live anywhere near DeSoto State Park, but it's beautiful and I like traveling, and we got Ken out that way. So that's what I was thinking. Would be kind of fun. Aw, thank you, London. Wow, just Sean, greetings from Mobile, Alabama. Well, hey. Oh, no, it's September 22nd through 24th at DeSoto State Park. We're going to be doing some camping. Ooh, Beth says it will likely be just me, so I can just curl up in my SUV. Right on. But yeah, it was a really nice campground last time we were there. Oh, Susan says, are the grooved cabochons on your site? I can't remember if you'd ever said. I'm sorry, Susan, I must have missed your comment. We do have any cabochons that are groovable up on our website. Let me pull it up and I'll show you. Gold says, should be nice in September. Yeah, that's around about when we went last year, and it was nice and chilly at night, but warm enough during the day to really appreciate, like, you know, some cold water, and you could work up a sweat while hiking and stuff, but it wasn't, like, miserable to be just sitting around. Ooh, on this one, Nancy, is one of our dichroic glass cabochons. Okay, let me pull it up and I'll show you. Okay, so here we have our website. Dun dun dun. And if you click, let's click shop. You could do it from the drop down menu up over here as well. And then let's just click all cabochons. And then if you scroll down like this one here, you can click that. And if it has the option to have a groove added, you can click add groove. So you'd click that, and then it costs $2 because it hurts my fingies to do it. But and then you'd click add cart and proceed on about your day. Now, if you don't have, like if you're looking and it doesn't, there we go. Let's click back. So like this one here doesn't have the groove option right there. And so that's how we have, because we had started to list some different cabochons and stuff that were already grooved, but then we had folks who were like, I love it, but I just wish it didn't have the groove on it because I don't need it. And I was like, okay. So that's why we just do the grooves on request, unless we do like a big batch of them and upload them, and we usually let folks know about that. But in general, that's how you can find cabs for sale, the grooved cabs for sale up on our website. I hope that's helpful to you, Susan. Yeah. Oh, no worries. I never started any crafts on Friday because someone told me if you don't finish a project, you will never finish it. I don't know about that. There's all sorts of stuff. Sometimes it'll take me about even a year or two, and I'll eventually get back to a project and finish it. Oh, that's good. That's a lot of cream. Oh, that's good, though. Like, this might be my new favorite way to drink coffee. So I've been using a lot of the Bead with the 7 strand because it's a little bit thinner. It's only a 0.46 millimeter. But then we also had some 0.3 millimeter. This is a bulk pack from Walmart. And the only thing, like, it's alright, but the only thing to watch out for is it kinks really easily. Whereas if you have the 49 strand Bead or Tiger Tail, or, you know, there's all sorts of different brands, but the 49 strand doesn't kink as easily, but you can see, and that kind of stinks for like if you're stringing a necklace, but it's also kind of nice because then if you're stringing a necklace, you can almost make it like zigzaggy, like it'll just want to lay that way on its own. But I specifically would recommend looking for bead stringing wire, or it's also sometimes called beading cable. But I tend to not use anything thinner than the 7 strand. Hey, Tara. Oh my gosh, on the 26th? Yeah. Oh, Tara. Good luck to you. Oh, April says was gonna do some chainmail, but my cat decided to be snuggly. That's a real struggle. Oh, holy smokes! Al Gold Prospecting says, what cabochons do you like? I have a cabbing machine. That's all. There's, not gonna lie to you, there's not a single rock I have ever met that I didn't just love. Like, honest to goodness, like, I could see just like cabbed up. I don't know if it would cab well, but if you managed to cab a piece of sandstone, I'd still be like, ee, rocks! Like, it does not have to be fancy. But I am a sucker for, like moss agate. I'm really digging moss agate right now, and like lapis lazuli and any sort of agate. Honestly, they're all so pretty, and labradorite and amethyst. Like, oh, I don't know, like any rock. Like, that's so cool. What kind of cabbing machine do you have? Right on, Brooke. It's a lot of what I look for is because I was stringing up these 2mm Potomac pearls. And a 49 strand is really hard to fit through there. So that's why I'm using the 7 strand, is just because it seems to fit a little easier. Wow, they're in Alabama. Tara says, I just got the worst crimp covers from Amazon. They don't close flush, and pressing them down warps the cover, which makes it look worse. Oof. Yeah, I straight up didn't even do any crimp covers on these guys, but it'll be fine. Right on, Robin. homemade cabbing machine. That's really cool. Brooke says Amazon is such a crapshoot for craft supplies. They really are. Oh my gosh, Jean. I hope it does what you need it to. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the pile of stuff to finish later. Put my toys away. I think I might make a... No, I don't need to be doing that right now. I just like touching beads. In today's episode of Vaughn Touching Beads. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to be digging out... We're going to make some earrings right quick, y'all. So I'm going to dig out some ball pins. Now these, I think I got on Amazon, and I'm actually super duper pleased with them because the balls are nice and centered on the stem. And I haven't had any problems with like flaking or anything like that as well. So I think I'm going to do 3 in silver and then 2 in copper for each of these. 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh! Wow. B says, I picked up some wonderful gemstones today for ring making. Only $3 each, tumbled and polished. That does sound like a great find. Ah! Oh, Tara! Oh, I'm so glad you can take your dog over to the vet. I'm so glad you've got friends. Like, good friends who are there for you like that. Yeah, they are. We were looking at I can't even remember, like Cab King or something. But it looked like it had all the, sorry, I got rummaging. Where are you? That no. Aha. It's under the box. As the song go, I am the source of all of my problems. There's no one to blame but me. Ooh, actually. Because these are the ones from Potomac, and these are the ones from Amazon. But I think I'm going to use these ones because they're just a little bit thinner than the ones from Potomac. And sometimes you need that. Woo! Got some errands. Bye, Witch and Gnome. It's always so good to see you. I hope y'all have been doing really well. Ah! Oh, I had Brooke, but we're trying to get caught up on answering comments and stuff too. So while I do read just about all the comments, I'm not always able to answer them immediately, but we're working on that. But yeah, sometimes they come, I mean, just chewed up. That's alright. We'll make it work.
Are you making stuff to sell on the website or somewhere else?
Both. We're making stuff for primarily our booth at Dragon Con, because that's our next vending event. But also we add new jewelry every other week to the website, and so some of it'll, I kind of just pick whatever I'm in the mood for adding that week, so there's no telling where it's gonna get added from. Hey, Color, how's it going? Oh my god, this coffee is so good. Ah, right on, Brooke. Tara, what's your Etsy? Earthwork gems. Nice. Inventory overload. Well, I hope you are just overtaken with abundance. Hey, Star, how's it going? What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. I'm finding bead caps. Boop. My favorite thing about having this desk here is I can just kind of hide all my stuff back a little bit. Wait, it makes a space. Okay. So I think I'm going to use these bead caps, but let's test it out first. Who did your website? My website? I did on Weebly, and it's terrible, and it's obvious, but that's fine. It works-ish. We're going to have to remake it eventually, soon. Burnt Boast. Right on, color. I'm doing real well, Star. Yeah, I was thinking just a little bead cap. I don't know if I want to do that bead on top, but it'd match a bunch of the necklaces that we made. So sure, why not? So there's one. Mandy did the page? Oh, were they not talking? Do, 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 do. But yeah, love those little bead caps. So yep, so they work. So I'm gonna grab, here's 2 more for on this side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. And now I get to try to find bead caps that are silver that work, because I think these are going to be too big. All right, on. Oh yeah, those are definitely too big. Yeah, we go live every Friday from, what's it, 2 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then, ooh, building your website on Wix. That's cool. Oh, those are pretty. I still think they're going to be a bit large, but it might look really cool. Poking out too far. Too pokey outy.
You also do the after party from
5 to 7, that is correct. Yeah, Maddie brings up a really good point. We also do an after party from 5 to 7 p.m. for our Happy Crafter Club members. So, shameless self-promotion. If y'all enjoy what we do for a living, and you'd like to be a part of it and just like help support the channel and the free tutorials and all that good stuff, for as little as $1 a month, you can do all that stuff. But otherwise, we're just here and all of our tutorials are free, so it's I don't think I have any silver bead caps. Ruh-roh. Oh. Ooh, okay, so my newest hobby that I'm getting into, you guys, is making really, really giant bubbles. And I mixed up some of my own bubble serum, or bubble syrup, and it's awesome. And I put it in the bubble machine, and it's awesome. Okay. But yeah, I don't know why, but I want to dress up like a fairy and be able to just go and make bubbles in my hands. Be like, wow. So that's what I'm working towards now. And I'm growing some Thai bottle gourds that I want to coat the inside with resin. That way I can fill it with bubble juice and then use that like it's...
yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun, I think. Those are just like the other ones. Rummage, 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 grumble. But I'm gonna have to, I need to find 2 sticks and then cut up an old t-shirt or find some go through my yarn stash and see if I have any cotton yarn that's dummy thick. because the tutorial, the man on the internet said that that's what I should do to make, haha, I found them. These were exactly what I was looking for. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let us know if there's any way that we can be helpful to you, Tara, other than being like, everybody go buy stuff from Earthwork James. Okay. Here we go. Still the tripod, I promise. Well, it just sounds super sus. Like, okay. If it was me, you'd know, because it'd be like... From, like, the coffee would be sloshing everywhere. Oh, really? Al says, I do live cabbing sometimes when I find some nice agates. Oh, that's really cool. Do you stream here on YouTube or somewhere else? Right on, Sharon. Sharon says, I'm just a brand spanking newbie and trying to learn all I can to be successful. Well, if you have any questions or anything, it doesn't even have to be on topic. Like, I'm here to try to be helpful. Because when we were brand spanking newbies, like, YouTube was quite new. So there weren't really a lot of tutorials online. So we were just kind of shooting in the dark. Right on. Well, I'm going to have to go over and subscribe to you and watch you do some cabs. Ooh, Color Addiction says, I'm in like wire buying limbo. I have almost run out of my first batch and I have to decide how deep to plunge into further materials. Oh, that's tricky. And there's no right answer to that either, because that's different from crafter to crafter. Well, first off, are you buying from Parawire? This isn't sponsored. I just really recommend their products. Hey, Robin. Robin says our June box is going out on time. We are getting caught up on June boxes this Monday. So far they're not, but we just got the little blue, what, 2 weeks ago? Not even?
Something like that.
Something like that. But we've been running her nonstop, except for 2 nights. Like last night and then like 4 nights ago. We didn't run her just because the timing got off too much. But Big Blue should be on his way back from Paragon Industries with repairs by July. But after this Monday, we'll be right back on track. And if anybody has any questions about their packages and stuff, or if you're still interested in a refund because of the delays, just send us an email and we'll get you taken care of. Oh, Star says gutted that you don't ship to the UK. Yeah, we used to and I loved it, but man, it's like $30 to ship a package now. And then we'd even found out that even with us paying that much to ship it, folks were still having to pay customs and everything whenever they picked it up. So it's, yeah. And we appreciate everybody's understanding and patience, though. Yeah, very costly. Ooh. Brooke says, I don't know why I didn't think to make a YouTube channel to post videos for my business. Silly me, gonna go do that while I think of it. Dude, doing a YouTube channels, well, I mean, okay, how far do I, how deep dive rabbit hole in the weeds do I go on this? Social media marketing is pretty important, but the important thing is, I mean, just because it's a technically free resource if you're not paying for ads. So if you're able to make it work for you, it's an excellent tool. Now, I don't use a whole lot of Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. I really like YouTube because it's the closest to the experience that I used to have whenever we vended in person quite frequently. So I really love just talking nonstop about jewelry for a couple of hours every week. And I missed it. I do miss vending, and you know, we're slowly broadening our horizons back open into, I think we're going to be selling at some gem and mineral shows next year. and things like that. So, but YouTube has been by far the most successful platform for us for what we do. So for anybody who, if you like chatting about what you're passionate about, I would recommend a YouTube channel, because even if you're not able to like directly monetize the YouTube channel, I mean, it's not all about money, but I mean, it's nice to be able to pay bills and stuff. But I wonder if this little bead will fit. Let's see. But your YouTube video, like your channel, doesn't have to be monetized. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. Why aren't you going down all the way? There you go. Look at that little weed in there. It's blurry, but I love it. I actually think I like it better than, well, it is what it is. But it was really easy for me to stay passionate about YouTube because it was such a great platform for connecting to other crafters. And so yeah, do it, Brooke, I guess is what I'm getting at. Ooh, Jean says, I have lots of wire and beads and stuff, but I'm just cringing to starting anything. Well, maybe start a project with the full intention of not finishing it. Because sometimes aiming for perfection or aiming for an expectation, like perfection is just the meeting of our expectations. We have an expectation of how we want something to be, and then we do it, and it's perfect, and it's just what I expected. So sometimes you have to embrace the imperfection to experience exceptional. Because sometimes, especially with like resin pours and different polymer clay things and stuff like that, that it's like it's because something weird happened and it went sideways that it did not what was expected and came out better than perfect. Woo! Color Addiction says, is there a trick to using bead chips? I found the ones I bought were difficult to get anything in. Yeah, it is sometimes, because I've got some iolite chip beads that are like crazy small holes. Like I can only use them with like a 28 gauge wire. So, and it's tricky if you're buying online too, because you can't really check the hole size on your beads. But I guess the trick with seed beads is to be very adaptable and willing to use it in projects other than what you had purchased them for. Ooh, right on. Tara says, I just started making TikTok videos and share them on Facebook and Insta. It has helped. Very nice. Al says, I tried some wire wrapping with some cabs I made. It's not that easy. Yeah, but it's worth it, though. It's a lot of fun. I mean, cabbing's not easy either, but I think a lot of crafters are very good at doing hard things, like difficult things. And I think that's why crafty folk are some of my favorite folk. It's because, yeah, it's tough. It's, tough and tricky, but you get it figured out and you do the thing. Did I not pull out enough head pins? There they are. Okay. Brooke says, I don't want to get TikTok, but I think for business purposes, I'm going to have to. Sigh. We still don't, like, I started a TikTok and used it for, like, a week, maybe. Like, not even. And then was like, I don't like doing this. Because it's like, it makes loud noises at me every time I open it, and it makes me cranky. And then, like, my whole day's shot. So, again, if it's something that sparks joy, then pursue that. But you don't have to. Sometimes you get more, you get better results. You may not be, getting like a billion likes on something, but you might be getting higher quality results from doing something that feels genuine to yourself, as opposed to doing what's trendy. Because they say if you're 1 in a million, the math's probably off now, but if you're 1 in a million, there's like, 6,000 other people just like you, which means to me that if I'm 1 in a million and there's at least 6,000 other people like me, then there's at least 6,000 other people who get like intense rage every time TikTok makes a loud at them too loud, like makes a noise at them too loud, in which case they can come over here on YouTube. So but it's any kind of effective marketing strategy is whatever you can be consistent with. Right on, Brooke. Hey, Elijah, how's it going? Color says, as someone with pretty mild sensory issues, I watch TikTok on silent a lot. Yeah, I have such a terrible memory at it, and I don't know, like it just shocked me every time to be like, holy, that's loud. That's a copper one. Kappa. Hey, Monica. Just got 2 packages in one day. So many goodies. Ooh. Virginia says, people crack me up at shows when they tell me you must have so much patience when the complete opposite is true. Yeah. That's okay. Al says, capping for me is easy. I've done quite a few stones. Right on. Robin says, I'm going to have to go back to school to learn all the platforms. It does feel that way, but oh god, that is good coffee. It can feel that way, but truly the best marketing strategy is something that you're consistent with. So if you're trying something new, do it diligently for like at least a month. You know, just to see. What? No. And I'm gonna say this, Tara, and I hope it doesn't come out sounding like arrogant or anything, but the world doesn't need another Vaughn. The world needs you to do your thing and share your experience and your crafting. And besides, I need something to do when I'm not streaming. Do you a channel, we'll come hang out. Hey Meredith, how's it going? Hey Deb. Ooh, Elijah says, I'm alright. I believe I'll be hitting K subs tonight. Like 1,000? Elijah, that's awesome. I got my MBA in marketing in 2020 and all the platforms have completely changed. Yeah. Ooh, well that's good. I need to schedule an eye appointment. Randy's glasses are so old that the color change, like transitional lenses, is like peeling off of one of his lenses. But yeah, definitely went with these thinner head ball pins. That way I could fit that bead on there. Hey Maddie, could I ask you to get something for me?
Yeah, sure.
My black-handled round nose pliers from this thing that's in there.
Okay.
Thank you. Aw. Well, thanks, Diane. You can watch me talk to my jewelry. Tara, I would totally watch you talk to your jewelry. Both of those are perfect. Thank you. I forgot they both had black handles. But these ones are mandrel pliers. It made me so happy yesterday, you guys. I think it was yesterday. But Maddie was just sitting in my spot and she started going through my bead trays. And it was just, I don't know, I loved it. Ooh, Color Addiction says, I don't want to start a jewelry business, but I wish I could just sell it casually so I could do the hobby without hoarding. I don't know if I have it in me to brave the flea market, but I suppose it's an option. Maybe. So, we personally always had better sales at like ritzier flea markets. So like craft shows and art shows and stuff. Whereas like, 'cause at flea markets, sometimes folks are not necessarily looking for handmade quality or handmade prices. So we got to choose our battles on that one. Thanks, Dee Dee. Says, hi, I made it. I'm glad you made it. Happy belated birthday to Randy. Hey, Wandy. Dee Dee says, happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
He says, well, thank you. Right on. Sarah says, craft shows pay for my hobby. Love them. They're a lot of fun, too. Like, just going and being around folks who are interested in being there. Uh-oh, the bead fell through. No, it didn't. I just never put one on. But yeah, I talk a lot about, jewelry as a business and crafting as a business, but that's just because I'm a workaholic and, talk about what I know, and that's workaholicism. But it's, there's never any pressure from us here to be like we're not casting shade on hobbyists. Sometimes I think hobbyists have it better because you can actually get to make what you want instead of kind of crapping out 100 pairs of earrings. I mean, you know what I mean, though? I still love it, but I recognize it's not for everybody. Ooh, Deb says, I taught my sister-in-law to craft and she has a business. Now I can foist off my craft items and extra materials onto her. That's really cool, Deb. Ooh, Al says, I haven't tried drilling stones yet. Oksana Crafts is a channel that I like here on YouTube, and she had shown a video of how she was drilling through some beads or through some cabochons, and I thought that looked really intriguing. Sarah says the other vendors are great and the customers are kind. That's hard to beat. Color says you need a business license to sell at a craft show, right? I don't know. I think it depends on the craft show, because some of them require a vending license, but not necessarily I'd check with your local state or county or city jurisdiction. Again, we've always just had a business. Beep boop. Oksana Crafts. It's Oxana and then Crafts, like Crafts. At least I think that's how you spell it. She uses excellent wire wrapping as well. But yeah, we've always done ours as a business, so I really don't know. Oh wow, I'm so sorry for your loss. Excuse me, for your loss, Star. But I'm glad we're here to be helpful with our videos. Excuse me, that coffee went down sideways. Right on. Robin says, I make cakes and I should film it for you because cakes don't go up and stay decorated the way you want. They have a mind of their own. That's why I love watching you. Right on. Ooh. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. Let's see. So now I'm coming through with my round nose pliers. I'm going to do a relatively petite loop on these because they are just earrings. Hey Valerie, how are you doing today? Do you want to attach earrings to...
Sure.
You can bring your tray table around here if you like. Wow, Sarah says, inheriting my grandmother's craft supplies 30 years ago got me started. That's amazing. Ah, Triquetra Moon, that's Brooke. Very cool. But yeah, I've always been interested in Brandy too, my partner. Actually, my husband. I'm still tickled about that. Here, I'll hand these off to you. He was very interested in lapidary stuff, and we just still haven't really... It seemed like the sort of thing we should take classes on before investing. Like the most other stuff, it wasn't too much of an investment, so we're like, we'll learn it on our own, like just buying some chainmail rings and stuff. I'm going to get them made as pairs and then hand them over to you.
Okay.
That way I can make their little things match.
Hey Dee Dee, I'm having tons of fun.
We're not forcing her to say that at all. That's very suspicious.
I'm kidding.
We didn't force her to say that either. Oh, Kathy says, what brand are your round nose pliers? These are, I think they're like $5 or $6 round nose pliers from Amazon. But the thing that I don't pay attention to brand as much as I pay attention to form. And that's whenever I look for pliers, I try to make sure they have what I call a box hinge. I don't know if it's actually called that, but it's just, that's what I call it. But it's where one is sandwiched in between those other two, whereas these guys over here are a good example of, it's like a scissor hinge where it's just the two pieces. And for things like round nose pliers where you're constantly putting it in a position of putting something between and then turning, if you have something that's just a scissor hinge, your tips may go out of alignment, and I've actually broken quite a few more expensive than these pliers, but cheap in the sense that, well, they break when I use them. But yeah, so that's what I look out for in my pliers, is to make sure that they're stainless steel, so I'm not having to keep them oily to keep them from rusting, and that they have that box hinge. Now, I don't worry about it so much on things like flush cutters where I'm literally just snip, but for everything else, I try to avoid the scissor style hinge. You know, again though, on these guys, my mandrel pliers, they're pretty heavy duty. Like, they've been holding up pretty well. So, like all things, there's caveats, but in general, I look for box hinges. Oh, really, Tara?
Hey, Valerie.
Have you been making any chainmail? Not lately. I was giving my hand as much of a break as I could, and I'm doing a lot better, not to jinx it, but I even took a break from playing the guitar to let my hand heal up the rest of the way. But I'm back at it on the guitar, and I'm back at it. Just kind of resuming normal function gently. Randy does just about all of our chainmail here lately, too, anyhow. Yeah, good enough. Or close enough, rather.
I need to.
I'm using them.
Do you have others?
I don't know. Let me go see. I'm gonna go rummage up some pliers. Well, here. Yes, you can use these, and then I'll just use these other ones, because I'm just using it for holding the wire. Okay, there we go.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. It's got my hand stink on it. Oh, right on. Kathy says my current ones are definitely the scissor type. And those are still perfectly usable. It's just, even if I'm just spending like, you know, $6 or $7 on something, I still want it to last as much as it can. Oh my gosh, Quiet, are you alright? Hey, Lori. Ooh, right on. I need to do comfrey just for the rabbits anyhow. And it's a great chop and drop cover crop. I need to get some, beep boop, what you call them? Root divides of some comfrey. I was looking at getting them from Rise and Shine Rabbitry, but every time I've got the budget for it, they're all sold out. Is that Maddie's voice I hear? Welcome back, sweetie, says Lori.
Yes, 'tis I.
It is I, the child. Yes, the great kidnapping of 2023 went off without a hitch, and it's been just awesome. Like yesterday, we did a Shrek marathon. For the most part, we watched almost all of the Shrek movies.
Everything but the third one.
Everything but the third one.
I think.
Well, and then we only watched a recap of the first Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, there's only so many hours in the day. But, oh my gosh, it was so good. And we did a paint by number, like we were working on paint by numbers while listen/watching to the Shrek. Oh goodness, Quiet. Keep us posted with any, developments. Oh, that's so generous of you, Jane. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're lousy with marigolds outside right now. I actually had some, this is the first time since I started gardening back in like 2006. This is the first time I've successfully had marigolds self-seed. Ooh, right on, Dee Dee. That sounds cool. We also have like a whole bed of calendula this year that I'm really excited about. Because it may have just been this place I had it planted last year, but the calendula outlasted my marigolds as far as handling the frosts went. Jean says, yeah, Vaughn is working the poor girl to death, making her paint and stuff. Well, this is actually her first year as not an intern, but an actual don't tell the government employee.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Well, we haven't paid her enough to have to do like a 1099K or anything like that, so. But, really excited to be, because it's partially to see if she really likes the work, because we've been kind of training her on it for the past couple of summers, and now it's like, well, you know what you're doing as well as anybody, so get in there and do the thing and get paid. But it's helping us test out and see if we're able to support having a part-time employee to like actually in practice get to see if it does free up as much time as we had hoped it would, and you know, all these different things. So we're only about a week and a half in, so more data is required, but it's really, I don't think she hates us yet. Oh, she shook her head no, but I'm not convinced that Randy didn't pay her to say that.
What?
What?
That's just what somebody who hates us would say.
Yep. I mean, we like feed her and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Ooh, Quiet says I'm going to try to make electroculture tower coils for gardening, copper wires and quartz crystals. That's really cool, Quiet. Oh no, Maddie.
Just went into the depths.
Yep. It's in the basement now, forever.
Yep.
Actually, it may be. Where'd it go?
Oh, I see it.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Sarah says I got to teach a jewelry class at the local senior center. We did earring a lot like what you were doing, but I let them just choose beads for my collection. Such a fun variety. Right on. Mother-child classes are great too, I bet. Calendula is like pot marigold is another name for it. It's like a broad-leafed, broadish leafed. I don't think I can take y'all out to the garden real quick, except for I'll be right back. Bye, everyone. We're going on a field trip, guys. Oh, you want to see Millie's new trick? Hey, Millie. Millie. Ding. You can, yeah, girl. Okay, we're gonna go see what calendula is. Come on, Z-Dog. You don't have to ring the bell. You're already house trained. Come on. He's like, Mama, I'm tired and it's bright. Come on, big boy. Haha, they can't catch me. Ooh, look at them flowers. Okay, so we're gonna come around this way. Do 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 do. Boo 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 doo doo. Behold, my pile of junk in the backyard. Do 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 do. Let's go this way. We need to do a burn, and it was raining, so I put a tarp over the thing, but then it got blued around. Let's see. Oh, look at this borage is doing so good. So this is that I don't know what that is. That's a zinnia. Where you at? Okay, I'll go over here where I know it is. These are calendula. These are Snow Princess calendula. And so you can kind of see the flower structure up there. I'm running away. They can't catch me. But the seeds, you can kind of see these little curled in pieces. Those will become the seeds after they've been, pollinated and stuff. I don't even know what this is. Are you a cucumber? What are you? Maybe. But yeah, ooh, and then the Thai basil's coming in, and that's another zinnia. But yeah, those are calendula. And I like them because I like making a tea out of them for in my baths. Because, like, my skin always hurts from being outside. But, so yeah. Oh, I completely missed an entire plant of peas. Onion. I'm going to take that. Feel kind of stringy. Mmm. Cabbage moth. Holy smokes. Look at that beet. That's a huge beet. I need to... What are you? Oh, that kale is so sad. Then celosia. Okay, back inside. That's some mighty chard, y'all. Have you pooped yet? You done pooping? I love you. Oh, such a good boy. Num, 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 num. Okay. So that's our backyard. So yeah, that's calendula. I hope that's helpful to you, Jean. You could probably, you spelled it correctly. So you could give it a Google to find out more about it. But yeah, last year it held up way better to the frosts and everything than the marigolds did. There's one doggy. There's two doggies. Okay. We're getting back to work now. It may have been a squash brook, but I don't know. It seemed kind of small to be any of our squashes. Everything we planted this year is like big. Yeah, Valerie. What? That's good to know. But if you guys want to see more garden stuff, you can check us out over on the Vonster vlog, where I apparently randomly post garden tours and cooking videos and different things like that. And camping videos, that's true. Okay, there's another one for you, Maddie. Do you have one of those apps where you take a picture and it tells you? There's some pretty good ones out there. At least everything I've tested in my yard has been right on. I just use the Google, like, where it has like a camera in a box and you click that. Jean says, I grew chard one year, but it tasted like dirt. It did great, had a big row. Yeah, I grow the chard for it's pretty, and my rabbits and chickens love it. So, and it grows so well that it keeps, weeds and stuff from growing in. So I use it a little bit like a placeholder for if I'm not, like, if it's not a good season for something else. But it's very likely that in that bed where the chard and beets and things are, I'll probably do a late summer planting of beans again. Really? Quiet says over in UK, calendulas are marigolds. Huh. Well, I guess that's why they've got those fancy Latin names for everything, so we can all be either confused or mispronouncing. But calendula officinalis, I think, or something. Oh, did you? Well, you spelled it just like how I spell it then, and I must be spelling it wrong. Stinky leaves on calendula. Right on. Yeah, I lost my sense of smell, and I'm starting to get it back. Like, Randy looked at me funny because I was, like, heavy sniffing an onion today, but I could smell it. So, Diane, it does help to work from home, and it helps us to make the most of our time for sure. Really, geraniums. I'll have to, I'm very hopeful that my sense of smell will make a full recovery from this last time of being sick. But when it comes back, I'll have to go and sniff some geraniums.
I don't know what she does that.
She a doggy. Ooh, coffee. Right? Our friend Mary Hart gave me this cup whenever we were vending at Tokyo and Tulsa one year. Ooh, wow. Kathy says the guy behind me grows rhubarb. They are huge, and his missus makes whole rhubarb press, which are to die for. I don't know what that is. I mean, I'd eat it, but... Kathy says, me, I kill cactus and succulents regularly. Cactus and succulents are actually, at least for me, really hard to keep alive. Like, I do not have good... That and, like, bamboos. Like, those little bamboo houseplants that you're supposed to be able to, like, grow, I guess. They don't do well for me. Pie's gotcha. Ooh, pie. Man, I didn't think, like, if somebody had asked me prior to Thanksgiving 2022 if I, like, what my favorite pie was, I wouldn't have an answer. But around Thanksgiving of last year, I went hunting with one of my friends up at where his mama lives, and we came back in after, like, freezing our butts off for like 4 hours, and his mom had made this wonderful, like, chili dinner and had made apple pie for dessert. And she said, like, because I was asking her about it, because I'm, like, trying to politely be like, give me the recipe, because I needed to make more pie. But she was like, it's just canned, like, from the store apple filling, but she makes her own crust, and it's the best. Like, guys, it's so good. I can't even. So that's my goal for this autumn, is to get better at making pie crust. But it's just, even with it being cooler, it's still too warm to be running the oven all the time. Right on, Jean. Oh! Right on, he said that was okay. Yeah, Randy really doesn't like the way patchouli smells. And I think that's the only one he's, like, very averse to. Ooh, Diane says my gram used to make strawberry rhubarb pies, a cherished memory. I bet. My dad used to make shoe fly pie. I think that was, like, from his mom's recipe. Like, I never got to meet, like, any grandparents or anything like that, so. Valerie says I'm eating apples now. Well, that's, like, almost like apple pie. Ooh! Robin says when in Iowa we went to Apple Orchard and made pies. That's very cool. I bet that was a lot of fun. What did the trees look like? Because it's like, I always imagine apple orchards being like these huge, like, towering trees. But then we went to one when we were in Wisconsin visiting my good friend from high school. And they were all, like, very, like, low and manageable. Like, I mean, I probably needed one of those harvesting sticks for getting up to the top. Michelle. You're making me hungry. You know we do this every time. Ooh, right on, Meredith. Says shoe fly pie is amazing. The Amish here make it so good. I want to try making it again, but with, like, a good crust. Because what is it? Leaf lard? I want to get my hands on some leaf lard and use it in pie crust, because I think it'll be nice and flaky. says I am supposed to be on a low carb diet. It's like I'm gonna make some pie.
Like keto pies.
It's like with the banana bread, instead of using the artificial sweetener that makes it taste chalky and gives me diarrhea, I'll just not eat the whole loaf. I don't know though, because I'm gonna eat the whole loaf.
You try stevia? Have you tried stevia yet?
Not in baking. I had used that Swerve stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, more data is required. I mean, we could just call it detox banana bread. B, you guys eat flies as well as squirrels. I don't actually know why it's called shoe fly pie. Like, I think I have a memory of my dad telling me it was to lure the flies away from all of the other pies. Leaf lard is, it might be skirt lard. I'm not certain. Let me pull it up. But it's the lard from a different, like, from on pigs. It's like the stomach, I guess. So, because different parts give different tastes. Where are you at? Ooh, lanolin. 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 Yeah, I don't know where it's at. And I lost my keyboard.
The keyboard's right there.
Oh, thank you. But it's apparently like the absolute best for in baked goods and frying donuts. Oh yeah. Specifically comes from the soft visceral fat from around a pig's kidneys and loin. Right on. It apparently has a smooth and creamy texture. Ooh, Valerie says, after jewelry, baking is my next favorite thing to do. I don't eat them though. See, I do enjoy baking, but it's because I prefer to, like, I enjoy baking because I get to eat it. Like, if I didn't get to eat it, it'd be like, oh, this is okay. But, like, it's so much fun because I get to eat it. All right, on Virginia. I feel kind of bad sometimes because I, like, babble a whole bunch and, you know, say words and stuff. But y'all clicked on my face, so I figure if you're here, it's because you want to be. So I'm just gonna do my thing. Tara, does monk fruit have a weird haircut? Perhaps. I've only met it in granulated form. There's another one. I'm gonna catch up on comments. Beep boop. Ah, a brand name of molasses used in the 19th century. Right on. Oh, Amy says, I believe shoe fly pie is named shoe fly because it has so much molasses and sugar you have to shoo the flies away from it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Beth. She said, oh man, I just walked past my garden and thought, what is that terrible smell? And I thought it was me. I needed to shower, but it was my composter. Oof. Gotcha, Brooke. Yeah, I'm getting kind of, leery's a strong term, but it's just, I'm a very lazy person, and when food falls on the floor, I don't want to worry about whether or not my dogs can eat it. And apparently with the erythritol, that's like super bad. So fortunately, I haven't risked it at all, but I'm not going to cook with it if my dogs can't eat it, because typically if they're not eating it because it's fallen on the floor, they like do puppy pre-wash on the dishes and stuff. So quiet, I am making just a whole bunch of earrings, and I've got Maddie over here on ear hook duty, and she's attaching the ear hooks and the rubber ear backs for us. I had some beads knocking around loose on the table from a project I'd set up yesterday, so it was earring time.
Hey, quiet.
Xylitol. Right on, April. That's good to know. Package in the middle of the V. Oh, these ones right here. They're just little like leaf charms. I totally see that now that you say that though. Oops. Oh, you've got it? Okay. I thought I had lost one.
This ear hook is just being tricky.
They do that. Ooh, Virginia says I'm making Harry Potter house keychains while you make the earrings. Very cool. Giving you trouble?
That one's been in timeout.
That's fair. Just a whole bunch of just wrapping. But during the live streams, I do like to do projects that aren't so demanding that I can't keep up with comments. Right on, Tara. Yeah, I knew that about the seeds. But it's like, if it's like baked goods, it's gonna smell like so yummy that, you know, I've never had, like, I could leave apples on the floor and Z wouldn't even bother with it. Ooh, oh, that's concerning, Brooke. We sell these earrings for like $5 for the pair. Maybe 8, I don't know. I let Randy do the pricing because I chronically undercharge and we got bills to pay. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so happy with the new kiln and its new position because our friend who used to be an electrician helped us wire up. I say helped us, he basically did it. Like, we like kind of watched a little and then went inside because the mosquitoes were bad. But he hooked us up with fresh wiring so that the kiln's on its own circuit. But it's over where our glow forge used to be, and so I can run it during the day and the clicking is not obnoxiously loud, which is phenomenal because the other kilns are like, whenever they're here in the main craft room with us, it's just too loud. Right on, Tara. Ooh, my goodness, Livin'. That's good to know. Yeah, I figured just whenever I do eat sugar, for the most part, I mean, except for the little stevia stuff that I put in my coffee, I just eat real sugar, but since I didn't have it for almost a year, it takes very little for it to taste very, very sweet. Woo, Sabeha says, finally out of a 30-minute meeting that turned into an hour. Big oof. Oh my gosh. Amy says, and with the kiln in another room, you're not dying from the heat. Just yet. We are going to be having, when Big Blue comes back from being repaired, it's going to be right in the middle of the room again. You know, Jean, I used to have some lemon balm, but it got down to like -21 last winter, and I don't think the lemon roll made it. Fixing the last one of the last pair, Maddie.
Alright.
Then we're gonna have to figure out what we make next. Ooh, you can do excited mark or exclamation point mail, and it should pop up with it's P.O. Box 238, Carthage, Missouri, is where we accept mail. All right, on Gavin. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, thank you, Brooke. Right on, Jean. Is there a difference between lamb's ears and mullinan? Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. And I'm actually gonna zoom y'all in on the lava lamp. Nice and relaxing. And I will be right back. Look at that dog. Oh, Christina's in? I gotta show you all this dog. It's coming up on Millie's 1 year of being in the family anniversary. Since I stole her from the neighbors. Let's see. Oh, Millie, don't go. Oh, Millie. Come say hi to everybody. Millie. Oh, she's not going to come hang out with me. That's fine, though. Ember will hang out with me, won't you, Ember? Oh, you're a good kitty. Yes, you are. Oh, now you want to hang out. Oh, 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 e. Oh, oh, tug, tug, tug. Here, let me trade hands. Okay, tug, 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 tug. Oh, what a good doggy. Tug, 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 tug. She's such a good monster. Okay, back to work. I don't even know what we're working on now that we're done with the earrings. Ah, right on, what you know. Okay. And what? Lambs are what? Oh. I've planted black eye Susans, but I've never had success with them actually coming back. Coffee talk. Oh, yeah. How are you doing, Christina? Oh, Kathleen says, I'm behind in the video / chat, but use lard in your pie crust. Right on. That's the plan. Tea time. Oh, okay. Lamb's ears and mullein are the same thing. Right on. Because I can't find any lamb's ears in the stores here, but I remember, like, I want to, everything in my garden is to recapture the nostalgia of some part of my childhood. And whenever I lived at the campground, there was this particular fence post that had lamb's ear, like, yeah, lamb's ears growing around the base of it. And I always loved in the spring to just pet them. Like, it was the fuzziest little plant, and I would just, like, pet it. And so I stole some mullein from a walking trail that it was growing, like, in the middle of the gravel, so I knew that they were just going to, like, spray it or pull it. So I, like, dug it up and, like, picked all the gravel out and put it back in the hole so as not to leave, like, a crater for me to just twist my ankle in later. And I transplanted it, and it did really well, and it flowered, and then the original rootstock hasn't come back, but it did reseed itself, and I absolutely love it. But it's got the big fuzzy leaves. I didn't know if they were like cousins or something. Hey Crafty, how are you doing?
What you making now?
I don't even know. I think I'm going to do another strung necklace just because I want to use these beads up. And I was thinking about making, like, just like, not a collar, but something that sits on the collarbones, like lower. That's just like beads with leaves. Like,
yeah,
no focal point hanging down, but just like...
Yeah, and like mullet style.
Yeah. Actually, this one I think is going to be beads all the way around. Because if with the mullet ones, they hang forward really well. But I want this one to sit, like, I want it to be just as heavy in the back as in the front, so it, like, balances itself.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can do 11 on each one. Very cool. Right on, Kelly. Oh no. April says, really disappointed in American chainmail. I placed an order in March and finally got it after I escalated a claim with PayPal. Oh my gosh, after 2 months waiting and no communication after I reached out twice. Oh my goodness. And half the ring bags aren't marked as far as size and color, plus different size rings in the same color, widely varied. Oh man. That's rough. I mean, we haven't bought from American chainmail in ages, but I mean, normally my first, impulse would just say to be like, be sure to let them know. Because, like, sometimes if I order, like, through Amazon, I don't know if, if it's actually them fulfilling or if somebody else is fulfilling for it on, like, their behalf. But yeah, if they're just not communicating, I don't know if there's any way to resolve that. Uh-oh. What do you think? What color should we do in between it?
I think a green would be nice.
Right on. I think moss agate, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I have some, yeah, I've got some 6mm and some 6x4 oval. How run was I say? Alright, we're gonna try to make some space. These shoes are $200. Let's buy it. I still love that. I do. I can just out of the way.
Yes, it is I.
The Maddie. Yeah, it is getting increasingly difficult to find nice rings. Woo! Okay, so I was thinking like that color. You like it? Because that's the 4mm and then the 6mm, but I don't know where I put the little ovals. Maybe I used them all. But yeah, do you see what I mean? Though? Like versus the drawers with the tubes in them. That's so much more like, especially since hurting my hand. Yeah. It's nice to not have to. There we go. Rummage through. Ooh, okay. All right, now I just had. And I don't know how well this is going to work out because. But I've got these guys that if we have them hang down. What do you think? Like in between each one? Or is that?
Maybe. I don't know. It may look nice. But it may be a little too much.
Yeah.
It may be nice to have like the same pattern you're doing, but instead of these, it's that all the way around.
That's a good idea. We'll do that on another one. Okay. I don't have very many of these, so I'm just going to take them all out. Because they're not even in the same spot. Like, I want all of my, the idea is to have all of my moss agate like in the same section together, and then have all of my, you know, aventurine in the same section together. So they're still organized by color, but then they're broken down by type as well. And I got as far as color. And then, question. Oh, where do you buy your gem beads from? I'm worried about getting fake stones. Gosh, Fire Mountain Gems, Panda Hall, Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, like all sorts of places. It's, a lot of it is if you're worried. Okay, so this, not gonna lie, if you're super worried, just buy from us because we're honest about it, whether it's dyed or fake or whatever, and we kind of do the grunt work for you. But going to gem and mineral shows is hard to beat because you actually get to see the stones in person. And so, well, you know, I trust Fire Mountain Gems on if they say that their rose quartz is natural and not dyed, but most other places I just count on it being dyed, and then I just sell it as dyed rose quartz. But at a gem and mineral show, you'd actually be able to see in person and, you know, very clearly be able to tell, this is genuinely this. So I hope that that's helpful to you. Sorry, I'm digging in beads. I have eyes for no one other than beads right now. What metal tone do you think I should do these with? I was thinking brass. Make it like a druid necklace.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, really, a druid would probably be wearing wooden beads, but...
modern times.
Yeah. And, like, specifically, I'm thinking, like, D&D druids. Ooh, mixed metal tones. Randy says no iron or steel. That's fair. Because I super duper dig these that I get on Amazon, the lolly beads. I've had a lot of success with the brass ones not turning funny colors, me or them. So that's nice.
That is nice.
I know. Christina says just keep Maddie there forever. It makes you guys happy. And that's why I want so bad to move back to Tennessee, is because that way Maddie still gets to see the rest of her family. We can't just trap her here. And she a good egg, but we still have to take her home. But we figure if we just Randy goes unless, but if we just take her back, if we go back with her. Robin says, what do you think of the dyed real gemstones? It's a look. It depends. Some of them, I prefer undyed howlite to howlite that's been dyed different colors. And it's if they're going to dye it, I just wish that they do it in a way that doesn't stain me different colors when I sweat and wear it. So anything that's heat treated, I don't mind that. It's I used to be a little bit of a prude about it, and then, which not casting shade on anybody who is, particular about their beads. That's a crafter's right. But it gives me a whole lot more options if I'm a little more loosey-goosey about it and a little less picky. But some of them too, it's there's just no other way to get a hot pink looking stone without spending a ridiculous amount of money. Or I could get, something that's been dyed or heat treated. But typically I'd go with a glass over a dyed stone. Again, just because I don't want it fading over time. I don't want it, to be misleading to the customer, because while I might sell it to someone and explain to them that that's not genuine turquoise, it's dyed howlite, they might not remember that detail to pass on to whoever they're gifting it to. And I'd hate for the person wearing it to believe that it is genuine turquoise and then, it not be. So. What do you think of that so far?
Yeah, I think that looks really nice.
Because I was thinking of doing, I'm probably going to use these guys for the neck. The ovals. And I'm just starting with 5. She sure is, Christina. She a grown-ass woman. She is. I mean, I can only imagine you went through that with your daughters as well, though, that it's one day they're you're just sitting there playing dolls with them, and the next day they're driving and having a life and being responsible young adults, and it's when did this happen? Okay, so I'm using up the rest of my beads here, so I'm just adding a little at a time to each necklace so that I can really determine 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so close. And there's one little bead left. So I'm going to put that one right there. And then everybody gets one more bead. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, moving out. Yeah. Right on. Elijah says that's why I had to set up a gem lab in my house, was so I could vet my vendors. I mean, that's wise though. Oh my gosh. Valerie says my baby is almost 18 now and my other 3 are already in their 20s. They're always your babies though. Wee babies. I mean, but that's kind of the fun part too, is I've been very lucky that as all of my nieces grow, they've grown up into wonderful young women that are just fantastic friends to have. And so it's been wonderful. Boop, boop. And one day we'll be old biddies, eating cigars and smoking vodka out on the front porch, just yelling at the neighbors together. or something. Randy will still be bringing us coffee.
Quiet says, how tall is your lava lamp? I love one in blue teal.
Ooh, I think it was a 16-incher or a 4. I don't know. It was from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, but I love it. Randy and I got it, and we were like, let's pretend like it's the goo from Pirates of Blackwater. And I was like, okay. And then, well, because I kind of wanted to make like a little, like if they made, I understand there's got to be like a reason to the very specific shape that they have them, but what if you could make it look like an apothecary jar, and the stuff still moves around inside of it, and in which that would be like, and if you had like a pink slime that looked like the slime from Ghostbusters, that'd be cool. So it's just like little specimens from all the different like sci-fi universes that I enjoy.
I think the ghosts are making a racket upstairs.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, everybody's downstairs. So.
They aren't quiet. I'm gonna put them to work.
I know.
They know where the vacuum is. Like, I don't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all don't get no sleep because of me. You ever do that? Like go around sage in the house, just slamming pans together. It's like 2 in the morning.
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why I'm like this. Like I'm 100% just acting out for attention. Like you're like, I know. They don't have needs. There we go. I have a Randy at work, my assistant. He brings me coffee too. Aww. Bless the Randys in our lives. I don't know what I'd do. Just sit here all sad and coffeeless. Fortunately, Randy doesn't like coffee. All I have to do is just pull him a Dr. Pepper out of the fridge. So it's like he's way lower maintenance than I am. Okay, so these are the little 3mm. Ooh, that's an idea. Through the darkness to the dawn. When I looked back, you were gone. Ooh, we've got 1 minute. Where's my? There's. Get out your way. Oh, you're good. Okay. So we're fixing to have a break. Where I get some more coffee and take the dogs outside, and we have on section. Hey, past Vaughn. How many Vaughns can we get waving? Break the internet. Okay, we're gonna go and we will see y'all. Well, we've got 7 minutes. Doesn't have to be on the dot. Yeah, it does probably. Well, it says I've only been streaming for 1 hour and 53 minutes, but it's because I was late getting started. So do y'all have any questions? You're making an Hey, Mary Hart, how's it going? Oh, Sarah says I have a coffee and a Dr. Pepper both going right now. They accent each other really well, I'm just gonna say. Yeah, we're gonna do our after party from 5 to 7 p.m. tonight, and if you'd like to participate in that, we're just gonna be bead stringing. We might play the guitar a little bit. We might do some painting. I don't know yet. There's no telling what the future holds. Oh, I didn't, Jean. What had you said? Do you mind resending it? But yeah, from 5 to 7, if you'd like to participate in that, you can become a YouTube channel member. You can join us on Patreon, or you can sign up for our Happy Crafter Club over at backtoearthcreations.com. Starts at just $1, but it doesn't sound like a lot, but it makes our world go round. So we appreciate everybody who supports the channel. And also, we appreciate y'all just being here hanging out with us too. There's never any pressure to give me a data, or anything like that. Like, you can just enjoy yourself and hang out. And if you're not coming to the after party, we will see you in Monday's shop update, and then again in Thursday's video, and then again on Friday for our live streams. So well, thank you, Kathy. I couldn't see it. I was putting it on the back side and I was like, I can't see it. And then I was like, I feel like Master what's his face from Avatar, Roku, who always got that like, hey Wendy, what was the name of the avatar from Avatar: The Last Airbender? Who had like, it was Fire Nation, wasn't it?
Roku?
Yeah. I don't know. It reminded me of that, and I dug it, and it's shiny. So, just easily amused. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I will see y'all in a little bit, or on Monday. So until then, thank you so much, and happy crafting. Mwah. Bye.